Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing today? Let me know if you all can hear me, if I'm talking loud enough, or if my mic is working on your end. Hey, Marlove82 Vlog. Thank you, sis, for coming. Hey, Nikki, St. Laurent. Hey, 93 Stang. How you doing today? Thank you for coming. Hey, Joe Morgan. Thank you for coming and showing support. Hey, Bougie Prepper. Hey, Godwin Honey. Hey, Bammit with Arthur Butler. Thank you all. You're welcome, 93 Stain. Always there to show support. Always. Hey, our treasure home, Nancy. How you doing? Hey, Danforth Avenue Wellness. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Hey, the Seventh Son. How y'all doing today? Hey, Dustin Dubis. Anyone that wants to come onto my live today, the link is pinned at the top of the chat box. And also, anyone who wants their link dropped, just text triple threat in the chat, in the comment section of the chat. And Nightbot will drop your link for you. And today we will be talking about, are you doing what you need to be doing to be prepared? Hey, it's all Grady. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Denise, for coming. Joe Morgan said, been quiet day. Always is a day before payday. Sending my mom for groceries tomorrow. So I'm cleaning out fridge and rotating cans to pantry. Yes, that's a wonderful thing to be doing. Dustin Dubis said, wow, you are probably one of a few people that actually said my name right. I remember supervising someone coming out of prison that had that name actually, so it just stuck with me. Hi, Astine85. How you doing? Welcome for coming. Well, thank you for coming and welcome. I haven't seen you before. I don't think so. Hey, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear. How you doing? You're good? That's awesome. I'm glad you all was able to make it. I know y'all been very busy building that homestead. Yes, indeed. That's a lot of work, but it's coming along good. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles. Hey, Texas Redleg. How you doing today? I do have open panels, so anyone that wants to come up can hit the link at the top of the chat box. So if you want to come up and share with everyone on what are you doing to get prepared and stay prepared. for what's going on in the world today and what could occur. So that's a topic that never gets to be boring because we all need to be and stay prepared. Joe Morgan, I miss going to the grocery store, but my dad needs someone to watch him, so I'll be here for wound care stuff while she's gone having fun. I understand. Yeah, that's a lot, wound care. That's giving him a break. I mean, giving her a break. Yeah, that's nice. Yes, type triple threat. Hi, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you for coming. Hey, Urban Garden
Hey,
Chronicle.
Tarsha.
How you doing?
I'm good. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this. I'm looking up. Hold on. I'm seeing that they have for on sale a 50 caliber poly ammo box. Does 50 caliber is that important or?
Do you have if that's a particular gun that that is chambered in 50 cal? So that is for a gun that I don't think you have, or
I
you
don't
don't
have
have.
anything. So the storage box is like a. I don't know if you can see. Can I? Like that's the
Oh, that's
box.
a storage box. Okay.
Yeah, but it says on the box 50 caliber. So I'm like, why does it say the caliber?
Um, I think some boxes may have certain slots for ammo, but if it has an open ammo section, you can just put any type in there.
Okay, and I just want to confirm. I'm just checking. Hold on. Um so it says here it has it's airtight, water resistant,
Mm-hmm.
lockable hasp for secure storage. So that's okay. Okay.
Right.
Because I know you guys mentioned last week on the I guess it was ammo last week, how to
Mm-hmm.
store it. So I just want to confirm. So what happens if the ammo's not stored properly, basically is what I'm asking. What's the worst case scenario?
It will erode. So, and also it can cause damage when you're firing the firearm. So it could actually explode on you.
And could it damage the firearm itself as well? You're saying like everything would just be totally.
Yes.
So before I load my firearm, I should check the ammo that
Yes.
I'm
Check
loading from.
every round that you put into your firearm.
Okay, I want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure. So I'm going to buy this now because even though I don't have anything yet, they're on sale. So I'm trying to get some things ready.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I have several that has 50 cal on it, but
Mhm.
I store any type of ammo in it.
Okay, I don't know why they're like it's like throwing me off. I'm like, what does it matter? But it doesn't matter. Okay, and then do you have one for each of your types sizes of ammo, or you just mix it all up
I have them separated
so you can quickly know what is what? Okay,
and label them as well.
okay. And for
Mhm.
the dummy ammo, I was finding it like almost the same price as the
They're
regular
ex-
ammo.
yeah, they are expensive.
I was like, is
It
this
comes
the
with
right
like
price?
5 rounds, or yeah, it comes with only like 5 rounds,
Only five. So I'm like, I think
but
I'm just gonna be.
you use them over and over again.
Oh,
That's
so when you can take them back and put reload. Oh, okay, I see that I didn't know. I thought I was like buying five each time. I'm like, that's
oh
just a little bit too
no.
expensive.
Crazy too.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that's what I would use at the range, and I'll go back and pick them up. Is what happens?
Yeah, you use them at home, or you can use them at the range if you're doing some like malfunction tests, which you can do at home as well. You just don't have to use them at the range. You use them at home.
Okay, so the price that actually does make sense because I'm reusing them as long as they're okay. Okay,
Right,
that makes more sense.
right. Let
Okay,
me let me greet some people real quick.
sure.
Hey, Tori's Brain Games, thank you for coming. And Happy Mac, you said you're new to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Sunday Backyard Farmer. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Hey, Bud Fowles. Yeah, just type triple threat in the chat, all lowercase, all together.
How y'all doing?
Hey, GT.
Doing good. We're doing good. What you up to today?
I'm walking.
Oh, you out walking?
Yeah. You asked the question, but yeah.
You're getting ready.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
getting
in
ready.
my 40s. I got to do this.
I thought
I
you
got.
was in your 30s.
Oh no. I'm 40. I think 43. I'm
Oh.
about to be 44. Oh man. Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
I got my weights on because when the snow comes, I have to wear boots, and that snow be heavy. So I do me about 2 miles in the morning. Try to do at least another mile in the evening, about 3 or 4 times a week. Try to get my endurance up
Right.
because
Right.
I'm older, so I ain't gonna move as fast as a young whippersnapper. So I'm trying to get my body a little better.
Okay.
That's right. That's a good thing to be doing. Hey, Al.
How
You
are
doing?
you?
Hey there.
Hey,
Hold on. Let me just get my charger. 1 second.
Yeah. What you up to today, Al?
this is it. I'm just relaxing here today and taking it easy. And there was a bunch of us just all on Danny Days, and we saw your live pop up, so she ended hers, so you might get a little bit of a flood of people coming from there.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to get off. I was listening to her. I had to get off. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you in the room, and I was like, okay, I saw your pop up coming up with the 30-minute warning. I was like, okay, I gotta go and see
Okay.
Tarsha because I've missed quite a few of your lives that you've been on, and I feel bad because I've just been busy
Don't
with
feel
stuff, and
bad. I know everybody be busy. Yeah.
I've missed out on a few though. I've missed out on quite a few here lately on some of the lives.
Right.
But,
I got to catch your 2 videos. Yeah.
I'm starting to get caught back up, hopefully. But it's going to take a while, as always. But how has everything been? How have you been doing?
Everything's been going good. Just still, gathering everything up, staying prepared.
Nice,
Right.
nice. I had to harvest some of my green onions. They got so big they started cracking off.
Oh, okay.
So I pulled a bunch of them out of the ground and I chopped them all up and put them in a baggie, froze them, and I'll just take them out as I need them.
Yeah, mine didn't survive this heat.
No?
No. Mm-mm. Let me see who came in here. I'm glad you was able to get that notification, Miss Renaissance Grandma. Let's see who just came in. You're welcome, Miss All Grady.
I see Belt Loop popping up there.
Land. Thank you for coming. Hey, farmer's son, prepping. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Hey, Nikki. We got Bob 942 here.
Hello, all. Good to see you again.
You too?
Hey, the Ruck Farm. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, what's the topic today, Miss Tarsha? What's going on?
Are you doing what you need to do to get prepared and stay prepared?
Bingo, I sure am. I like that
So,
AR in the background. That
okay.
gives me a chubby. That gives me a chubby.
Miss Geisley.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah.
That's good. Hey, Belt Loop 29. Let's see. Texas Redleg said this is a standard capacity mil ammo can. Hey, Belt Loop, how you doing?
It's always a
Texas
pleasure to see you, darling.
This is a standard capacity
Don't
mil
worry.
can. Nikki Laurent, St. Laurent said the 50 cal box holds a lot of ammo.
Hey, Nikki.
How you doing?
It's always a pleasure to see you, darling.
This is a standard capacity
Don't
mil
worry.
can. Nikki Laurent.
It's always a pleasure. Sorry about that.
Let me see. Let me catch you up here real quick.
Good to see you, Al.
You too, Gary. I just missed you on Danny's channel there. I was trying to jump in before you left.
Well, I really had to go. I mean, I still had it on. I saw you on there. I just was momentarily indisposed, and so and then Tammy fixed some supper, and so lunch, I guess. Supper's later around here, anyhow. Anyhow, just we're doing good. Tarsha, always love seeing you, darling.
It's a pleasure seeing you, Gary.
Got to represent.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Danny Days.
Here's what I've been working on right here. This is
What's on? What you've been working on?
load bearing equipment. It's an H harness with these multiple use bags. These will fit anything you want to in them with an H harness, and I'm painting them some camouflage colors because I've been overseas and been in martial law 3 different times. I have experience, and anything happens around here because I live in a suburb, pretty crowded area, and I know that if we have to get out, and we got to get out fast, might have to ditch this stuff, and it'll give us a better chance of being able to come back and retrieve it later instead of someone else finding it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I saw your video. That video did so well.
I'm doing it again, Tarsha. Doing it again.
That's awesome. That's truly awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a bug out bag you're doing, sir?
No, it's a load bearing unit, LBU or LBE, like we called it. I was in the Air Force, and this is similar to what we use in the U.S. military, where you can put magazines in there and a knife and whatever else. It used to be just these OD green and some black H harness to go over your shoulders, but I'm painting it to match the dirt and weeds around my place. Like I said, just in case Mrs. and I if something happens. I live in Seattle. It's happened here before. I know what I'm talking about. So we got a way of being able to protect ourselves, and if we need to ditch our gear, we can hide it, so somebody else won't come find it. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm.
What kind of knives do you guys have, if you don't mind asking? I'm looking for a knife. You have obviously the foldable knives. Is it a particular size you guys recommend, or?
What I have
go ahead.
What I have on all my open carry and these load bearing units is this. It's a Kershaw boot knife. It complies with Washington state laws where it's only sharp on one side, not on the other side, and it's a good one if something gets down and dirty. Yeah. It's compact size. It's just enough you need. That's what I recommend.
Nice one, a real nice one.
Yeah.
To get my knife game up. I don't have as many knives that I would like to have, but I don't have any close up on me. So that's why I just lean more toward the firearms.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for more like food preparation in the wild, or like
so
you have a fold. Maybe I can't fight. I don't think I would survive close combat, so I'll rely on the firearms. But for
right,
just preparing an animal, peeling off the skin or whatever I got to do.
Yeah, this is what I use for general purpose. Almost anything. A lock blade. It's made by Buck. It's made here in the States. Yeah, got a good lock on it. And, Buck knives have got a long-lasting name,
There's some on sale over here, so I'll pick one up then. Okay, so that's a good name.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up here to Mac, Happy Mac, when we was talking about the ammo can. He said the dimensions are made to hold the most of that 50, so no wasted room.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And Nikki said it could hurt you as well.
Is that the ammo? Is that what you're talking about?
That ammo, when you was asking about the ammo,
Not storing it properly. Okay.
not stored it properly, right? And Texas Redleg said check the rubber seal in the lid because you want it to be
Yeah.
placed.
Tight. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the temperature control, is that a factor for the ammo?
Yes, you have to keep it in a, I guess, like a neutral temperature room, nothing hot and nothing cold,
Keeping it dry.
and keeping it
Okay.
dry, away from moisture.
Yep. Those ammo cans, you can store nearly anything you want to in them.
Hmm.
Anything, like noodles, anything that you want to keep it dry. They're very handy. I've got quite a few of them.
Right.
Mhm.
Hey, David Corey with Crops, thank you for coming.
I'm actually still recovering a little bit from the other day when I was out.
You are?
Yeah, I got my shoulder is hurting a bit because I was out with my Charles Daly,
Oh, nice.
and I popped off 50 rounds out of it
Mm-hmm.
in the span of maybe an hour at most.
Oh, wow. Hey, Corey Creel 2, thank you for coming. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see.
Hey, BS, good afternoon to you.
I'm sure I've missed some folks, but let me just give a what up, everybody, thing.
Hey,
Good.
Trophy Woman.
Okay, Miss Tarsha, I'm going to share you out on my channel here.
Thank you. Hey, Bearded
You're welcome.
Eagle. Yes, thank you so much, Danny Days, for raiding my channel.
Oh, it was a raid?
Live. Yeah, she had a lot of people on her live today. Thank you so much, sweetie. Devil Dog. Hey, Devil Dog.
Drunken
Now,
Chef one too. Hey Chef.
what is that devil dog put on there? A semicolon, parenthesis. I don't know what that is. A couple exclamation points. That boy knows how to type. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I think he's emphasizing the oorah.
He went oorah L. So I think that was directed at me.
Dustin Dumas said, I guess Harbor Freight sells ammo cans as well, plastic and metal.
Is metal good to store that in?
Sure.
Yes, I have some that it's the military type grade.
Yeah, that's what I've got too.
Mm-hmm. Joe Morgan said, I'm glad you are on triple threat. This is a time of month close to payday. It's all tinfoil and magic bean stuff. Right. Getting all you can. Because things seem to just flip-flop and change every day. But we can't stop. We got to keep moving.
So I got a question for you guys. Where would be probably the best spot to get ammo cans from?
They have surplus stores.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased a lot of mine from what is it? Oh gosh, what's the name of the place?
I had ordered some on Amazon also.
Yeah, Amazon has them as well. I can't even Sportsman Guide. That's where I get mine from. Sportsman Guide.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Because there's the surplus place that we had here actually closed down. They don't sell any more surplus stuff. Something to do with they didn't want people looking like military or anything like that, or having military gear. But they shut down all of their surplus supplies, and now they're gone all strictly camping stuff. So it's still okay, but like they don't have the boots. They don't have the jackets. They don't have the ammo cans. They don't have all the military canteens or belts or anything like that anymore.
Wow.
Tarsha, I'm gonna have to go. I just wanted to drop up and say hey.
Well, I
And,
appreciate you, Gary. You always coming through for me.
thank you, darling. Anything I can do to help, you know that. Much love for you and your channel, and
Thank
everybody else on the panel.
Have a good day, Gary.
See you,
All right,
Beltler.
peace out.
Peace out.
We have K-Lastic TV here today. Thank you for coming. And Happy Mac said, I love GT's walk and talks.
Yeah, I like them GT, so don't stop with those.
Right. Dustin said Harbor Freight sells ammo cans too, right? And everyone, if you want your link dropped, please type triple threat, all one word, in the comment section, and Nightbot will drop your link for you.
Okay, we could do that.
Big Tiny's Outdoors is here. Thank you for coming.
Hey, Diggs.
We're talking about what are you doing? Are you getting prepared? And are you staying prepared for what's coming? What's already here and what's coming? And like Farmer Son Prepping said, physical exercise is important. And that is very important.
Yeah.
Back in 2020, I started walking and I got up to over 5.5 to 6 miles a day. So I fell off recently, but I'm getting back on. I already started back walking in the mornings. So I did that walking for over 1.5 years of walking like 5 miles a day. So you have to have that physical activity in. And GT is over there getting it in right as we speak.
Another thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to change my diet a little bit more. Concentrating less on meat because of my, I got a little gut on me. So I've been toning down the meat a little bit more, trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. Yesterday, it was no meat Monday. So, I'm trying to do something. Because if it's about health, then I want to be ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing is, it's no good to have all of this gear and be as prepared as you want to be, but if you have to bug out and go, you got to be able to go. It's no good
Yep.
Getting 50 or 100 yards away and then you're beat out and you can't go no more.
Exactly. Hey, Brutal Bob, thank you for coming. Nikki back. You doing okay, Tarsha? You said Farmer Son Prepping. That's good. I hope your back is doing much better.
Oh, Miss Tarsha, what have you been doing recently to get prepared?
Buying more ammo.
All right. That always works.
That's one thing I always stay on top of is ammo. I have all the guns, really. It's only maybe 2 to 3 more guns that I would like to have for my stash, but I'm really good.
Good.
So
All right.
ammo, I'm already good on ammo, but it does not hurt to keep more ammo because I do love to go to the range.
I gotta try to get some good 9mm because that's been pretty scarce here lately.
It has.
They want like $30 to $40 a box.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I've been looking.
Training or defensive rounds.
That is just the cheapest thing you can get, and it's target load.
Oh.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot for target load.
Yep.
How much? What kind did he say? I didn't hear him. Sorry.
He said for target load, those target rounds.
For what caliber?
9mm.
9.
It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's cheaper here right now.
So I've been constantly on the lookout, just constantly keeping an eye out.
Mhm.
The cheapest one I found in a while was I think it worked out to be about $20 a box, which I didn't mind paying for. But then when I went to try and order them, you couldn't get them online.
Yeah,
Oh.
And the
yeah,
store that was selling them was up away in Ontario, and that's no good to me down here in Newfoundland.
yeah. Everybody be getting online and they'll purchase all of them at one time.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're in
Yes.
Canada too? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in
up in
Ontario.
Canada. So.
I'm in Ontario.
I should have sent you to Cabela's for me to get some.
I could. There's a ways away, but yeah, I can go get that. If you're that desperate, no
'Cause
problem.
that's where they were. That was the cheapest ones I found in a very
Yeah.
long time. They were $20, $19.99 a box, and it was the FMJs and
Wow.
Full
I
Metal
believe
Jack.
the Winchester white box.
Yeah.
And
Do you find
I
that
said I didn't
firearms are
mind.
like less in supply? Because I'm now shopping for the first time, looking, and everything I see says sold out, sold out, sold out.
Yep, that's the same thing I'm having. Is everything and everywhere you go, it's all sold out.
And that's a local online for you all, or
Yeah,
is
like a
that
Cabela's and Range Arts. I found Range Arts is a store here, and another guy who's a licensed seller. Yeah, a
Mhm.
lot of stuff showing sold out, even the ammo. And I'm like
Yep.
very
Now
new to this. It's sold out.
I will order from 10 to Canada, but they have a $300 minimum order for free shipping.
Hmm.
So unless I'm ordering bulk or something like that, I usually don't go with them. But for anyone that's anyway close to where they're to, I don't know how far away they are from you in Ontario, but
What's it called again?
for 10 to Canada,
Okay.
and their shipping rates are usually pretty good anyway. But for me to get it sent here, where I'm on the
On
island,
island, yeah.
it costs extra for the dangerous goods shipping.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So that's what things me on a lot of times. That's why I usually go for like Cabela's is $149, and then it's free shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I add something in about ammo? Well, I'm in Seattle right now. We've got plenty. 2
Yeah,
years ago, when the riots were going on, we didn't have any. It was all gone. But suggestion to anyone: if you're going to purchase more than one firearm in your house, make sure that you have the same bullets for both firearms.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you say, oh, you know what I'm talking about. Commonality. Keep it common for
Right.
everything. Yeah,
Let
that's
me
my suggestion.
let me greet
that's
some.
that's a good way to do it. The only problem is I do a bit of plinking, and if
Hmm.
I have all the same type of ammo, my ammo stocks would go extremely low before I'm trying to replenish them.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
But
works pretty good for us in the house as far as pistols are concerned. We've got
oh yeah,
yeah.
well, the way it is here now is not even worth me trying to go get my license for my pistol here now because they're trying to ban them.
No.
That's what I heard.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so for me to go and get my pistol license now, by the time I get done with the course and spend the money for it and go to buy one, I'm probably not going to be allowed to buy it anyway.
Oh Lord.
Don't they have a
Right.
grandfather
So
program? I heard that they can grandfather.
no, they're stopping that too.
Oh boy.
Look
So
out,
unless
guys.
you currently own a pistol, you will not be allowed to purchase, transfer, or trade or grandfather it down to anyone. So
Okay.
when you die, your
They
pistol
take it.
gets.
They take it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's wow.
Yeah. No one else is allowed to own it.
Good luck, Canada. Best wishes
Yeah, I
for
wish
you.
I'd got into this earlier, but yeah, I'm new, and so now all the laws are coming in, and I'm kind of
Yep.
Yeah.
screwed. So yeah.
And it
Yeah.
changes quickly.
Yes, it does. I'm hoping that there is a lawsuit against it, trying to get it stopped and trying to get some of the stuff they've already done reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping like I'm just watching that before I go making the decision to spend another $300 on getting a license. That's going to be no good to me,
Right.
right?
Oh,
So
wow.
if it gets stopped or reversed, then I'll go and get my license, and then I'll work on getting some pistols and stuff in the house.
Okay.
Let me
But
go.
until that time, the Charles Daly is really compact because it's a bullpup, so I don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, hold on one second, y'all. I'm gonna go to the chatting and see what everyone else is doing. Hey, Drunken Chef, thank you for coming. Let's see. Joe Morgan said the best thing I found is to keep busy and turn off the news. I had to do that.
Yeah.
So
I
important.
don't want a lot of news at all.
Right. Because I found myself like feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But once I cut the news off, I realized, hey, you're doing
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
You're pacing yourself right. You're on the right path to staying prepared, because you just can't purchase everything and then stop. It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats, thank you for coming in. Sorry it took me a while to greet you. Let's see.
The big thing I got to do is I got to get me some dual citizenship or something and get a bunker down in the States.
Well, you better find you someone to marry.
Something like that. I don't know how kindly the wife would take to that, but
That'd be a hard sell. That
Yeah,
would be a
I think
real
so.
hard sell.
Thank you for coming, Bandit, with Arthur Butler. I understand. Got to go get that okra. I saw your video yesterday. Y'all was picking okra and y'all say you have to pick it every day. I do too, because it will grow real fast.
Oh yeah.
and anyway, didn't Tarsha just propose then? Saying I got to find someone to marry.
I can't do it again.
You got her flustered now. You got her flustered.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't pass that one off.
My Renaissance
Well,
grandma said, I'm totally not prepared to protect myself.
well, I'm gonna probably bounce down. I just wanted to show what I'm doing, getting stuff ready. You know, I'm busy all the time doing stuff like this. These bags are on Amazon. They're $10 each. They can hold anything you want them to. Okay, so
All right, thank you.
tip to you guys. So
Where you got it from?
all right, peace out, folks.
Take
Have a
care.
good one.
Later.
My Renaissance grandma. Reach out to me by email, please. If you're still in here. Let's see if anyone else came in. Dustin said he bought more ammo at Academy the other day, working on gathering materials to board up my windows from the inside so it is not noticeable. Right. I've been saying it for a while. I need to go and get me some lumber. I have nails. Out like crazy, but I need to go get some boards to do the exact same thing.
I have pallets, and my wife asked me what I was doing with them. I said, well, I'm gonna shave them down and I'm gonna measure them. She said, for what? I said, it'll be all good. So yeah, and then I got some 6 mil greenhouse plastic in case, a window breaks or there's a draft or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I've been taking care of that as well. Yeah.
I bought some of that industrial plastic as well. Yeah. It came, it was heavy as heck. I had to drag it in the garage.
That's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had got some Mylar bags about 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago, and I have enough rice. So I'm gonna start doing that this weekend, putting it in Mylar bags, and then putting them in a 5-gallon bucket and a gamma lid. Yeah, so
right. Yeah.
What do you
do
guys
that.
do for your food storage? Like to prevent like the weevils and the
like Bougie Prepper has a nice video you all can check out because I do the same thing, but I have not done a video. But she has a video she just put up the other day with her showing you how she stored her grits. So she does store all her other good dry goods the same way. Which
I have that. I watched her video because I think she put bay leaf in the grits, and I've been doing that. But I find sometimes, I don't know if it's like the temperature here, like rice gets rancid. I don't know if you guys experience that, and the flour gets rancid. I haven't
See,
mastered the flour and the rice.
I
But
put them in Mylar bags.
Mhm.
Yeah, put them in the Mylar bags. I haven't opened up any of my Mylar bags, but I don't know if Bougie had experienced that or not. Bougie, let us know. I haven't put
Now,
anything.
I've been lately using plastic containers
Mhm.
with I think it's PE4 is labeled on it, and they have the self-sealing lids in that, so you don't need to worry about seals and that on them. And what I do is I'll drop an oxygen absorber in and fill it as full as you can get it. I don't leave no space whatsoever and just fill it, or you just to the brims, tap them down, and keep filling them until you can't fit nothing else in. I think it's been holding up for me. Is labeled on it, and they have the self-sealing lids in that, so you don't need to worry about seals and that on it. And what I do is I'll drop an oxygen absorber in and fill it as full as you can get it. I don't leave no space whatsoever and just fill it, or you just to the brims, tap them down. There's an echo from someone. I think that's been holding up for me.
Hey,
Okay, hi. We can hear you now.
Let me send her a message.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just trying to master it because I don't want to waste food. I found in the past it wasn't good.
hey, y'all.
Hey, Susan, turn off your YouTube. Turn down your YouTube.
Oh, I forgot to
That's
turn it down. I'm
Now
sorry.
I can hear you. There you go. No problem.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way with food though. I don't want to waste anything, so I'm constantly taking it out, having a look at it. I don't open it because then it's just letting more air into it.
Right.
So are you guys cycling it, like using your old stuff and Mylar bagging new stuff?
Replacing it with new stuff.
Yeah, you're not just letting it sit there for 25 years and
no.
Like you're using the old
now,
stuff.
If rice and flours you can store, I think if it's done the right way, it will last 15 years, I believe.
Okay.
If it's stored properly.
Mine been stored a few years, so I just haven't opened anything. But
now I actually had I got a dehydrator, so I actually dehydrated spaghetti and had it just vacuum sealed in a bag with no oxygen absorber or nothing like that. And I found one that was poked away on a shelf, and it was in there for 2 years. And I said, well, I'm going to try it because the color looked off, but when I reconstituted it and heated it up, it was still good. It didn't taste quite as good, but it was still fine.
Okay.
I put my flour.
Farmer's Son Prepping said, make sure your winter preps are good to go, antifreeze and propane and etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put my flour in the freezer, my cornmeal, any kind of grains like that, and I leave it in there for at least 3 days. It will kill off any eggs or bugs that might be in it. And then I put it in my storage. So
okay. I've heard that, but I've heard people keeping it in the freezer. I go, that's not really feasible because I'm paying to put this in the freezer. That's not really a long-term solution. So okay, so 3 days, and then I put them in the bins.
Yeah, you want to let it come to room temperature, and then you can bag it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just time to kill off anything that might be inside of it or living in it, any type of bugs or anything.
So the government is purchasing a lots of ammo, BS said.
No surprise there.
The local stores around here are sold out of almost everything. Like I went to get shells for my shotgun, and they had one box of 100 left. and there was nothing else on the shelf. No boxes of 20, 25s, nothing. It was just one box left there.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
snatched that up.
Yeah, we have trouble here picking up ammo also.
It's plentiful here. That's why I
And
love
where
it.
are you, Susan?
I'm in West Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay.
Joe Morgan said if there are no kids playing outside this time of year when they normally would be, that's an indicator something's happening. Right.
I
And
can't go about that here. There's no kids left around in my
Yeah,
area.
there's no.
hey, Brenda with Redbird Farm, thank you for coming over. And Bearded Eagle said he fled from Seattle to Eastern North Carolina a year ago. Wow.
He said fled. Wow.
Right. He said
That's a big move.
Okay, I see this. Some of these comments. Okay, militant roots.
And also use what's them oxygen absorbers as well.
Mhm.
Urban.
Yeah, someone said that in the chat as well. They said they swear by them and they haven't had any problems. Okay.
I picked up a bag of them for really cheap on Amazon, and they're individually packed in tins. So, and not only that, I got a vacuum sealer. So once I use what I want out of a bag, I just vacuum seal it and just throw them back in the cupboard.
Mhm.
Y'all need to watch out for the Mylar bags because Amazon is cutting out some of them.
Right. And I buy them every 2 weeks before they shut it down. I just been buying.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been buying this sorry.
Buy the different sizes, the quarts, the gallons, the half gallons. I think, do they have anything bigger than a half gallon? I mean, a gallon and a half. But I got several different sizes.
5 gallons.
5 gallon is the biggest one.
Okay.
That's a pretty big bag of food, though.
We go get the buckets, though. We buy our buckets at Walmart, and then we go get the lids, the screw-on lids, and Lowe's.
Yeah, I like the Gamma lids a whole lot better because the other ones are a little difficult. Let me go back. Joe Morgan said a guy in Vegas with vape shop demonstrated what skills with a knife and no other choice are for and why they matter. Right.
Like I keep 2 knives on me. I keep my little box cutter on me. It's just a little bitty cheap box cutter, and I keep that on my belt. And then I just got a little knife, and I just keep these 2 on me at all times.
Right. I keep.
Well, you never know when you're going to need a knife.
Exactly.
Or anything. Anything could come up.
I got a lipstick knife, y'all.
You'll be like, oh, hold up, let me
But I
also,
I also keep mace. I have mace on me at all times. We keep screwdrivers in the doors of our vehicle. And if you have a trunk, I would suggest keeping one in there too, because you might be locked in a trunk sometime. You may need it.
Right. I actually have a trunk survival kit. It has everything in it, and including knives.
I don't know if I'm allowed to carry mace here. I'd have to look into that.
I know we're not allowed to carry pepper spray, so I'm assuming mace is the same. Unless you're hiking, I think you're not allowed to carry it.
Yeah, like you can get beer spray.
Can you make your own with your own hot peppers?
Oh, I've been making my own
Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, and the Trinidadian ones. Okay,
so
I make my own.
So I got a question for y'all people in Canada. Is there not that much crime or something in Canada or something?
There's lots of crime.
There's crime everywhere.
Yeah. I think it's the propellant. They don't want you propelling the pepper. Like, I don't know. The point is that you have no rights to protect yourself.
No.
If something happens, if you use it, you can be criminally charged.
Yeah.
Even though you're protecting yourself.
That if they take away everything who is like with my guns, if they take away my guns because I legally bought them, I'm responsible with them, and I have my license for them. By taking my guns away, it's going to stop criminals from getting their guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make no sense.
No. So for
But
you
these
as
are
a
educated
law-abiding
people, so
citizen,
how does that make sense to them? I don't
Well,
it
understand that.
doesn't. It doesn't
Here's
make
a-
sense.
It doesn't make sense, but here's a point case to how stupid it is. Here, a couple of months ago, there was a guy got arrested here in, like, not in my immediate area, but in my area, we'll say. He was put in jail because he had fired a gun at someone. Now, it was only a few months went by and he got out of jail. And the day after he got out of jail, they were looking for him again. Why? Because he got another gun and shot somebody. So you're telling me to let him out of jail and he legally purchased a gun? I don't think so. So what good is taking my guns going to do for that? The only thing that's going to do is if he comes to my house, I got no way to defend myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Our
Mhm.
children are not being taught this in school anymore. You know, when I was in high school, we had junior ROTC that taught us the proper way to use a gun, and we were armed. We had live ammo on campus. If anything ever broke out, we knew how to use the gun.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, they don't teach none of that. None of that is done in schools here. I don't even remember.
Never.
I
The national anthem
ever.
and the whatever. That's all you get.
Yeah, not
Now,
ever.
now we have gun shootings in schools, and nobody is armed, and
Yeah.
that's just crazy.
Correct.
And nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows how to take defense against it. There's nothing being taught.
And
Not
let
what should be.
I'm going to greet some people real quick. Nadia, stay motivated, Murray. Thank you for coming. If you're still here, I'm like 32 minutes behind in this chat. David asked the guy under GT what kind of knife he has. So
Which one? This one? Or the other one?
both, just say both.
Both. This one is called a Hunt Shield. It's just a camp knife I picked up for $20. It was on special. It's regular $50, but I got it for $20. And the reason I got this is because it has a good skinning tip for if I'm in the woods or anything like that. The other one is just, I don't even know the name of it off by hand. Hang on. Yukon Gear. And it's just, I got this for $10 and it was regular $30, I think. So yeah, I look for a lot of the cheaper stuff. But it came sharp right out of the package. I didn't have to do nothing with them. And they're great for little carry. Poke them in your pocket. They got the little pocket clip on them. But I picked them both up in a store here, Canadian Tire. You guys don't have a Canadian Tire in the States, but
Okay.
I'm sure you got something similar to it where they sell
Tractor
like all
Supply, I think
kinds
they
of.
have, and they have Dickies or something.
Yeah. So it would probably be in somewhere similar to that. But there's nothing special about them. They're just a couple of little just folding knives. And the only reason I got these is because I didn't have one. And I really should be carrying a knife with me all the time when I goes out anywhere.
Right. 93 Stang said, I've got some self-defense advice. I think everybody should train Krav Maga, close combat, hand to hand.
I could agree with that. Yep.
We definitely need that.
Right. We don't always need the firearm, but it's good to have the firearm.
Well, I walk with a cane, so anybody comes near me is going to get caned first.
Well, I have the attitude if somebody comes after me, I'm going to do anything and everything to make sure I'm the last one coming out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I got to do.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Susan.
Go ahead.
Big Tiny's Outdoors said, I have a PA carry permit for my pistol, but I carry more. And as a former military police officer and a I guess Pennsylvania Department of Correction officer, I carry what I'm comfortable with and my ideas are. Right. You have to be comfortable with what you're carrying.
Well, that's the other thing here. You can't get a carry permit now, I don't think.
For what?
Move
For
to
conceal?
Tennessee.
I think so. I'm going for mine September 10th and 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have
Okay.
nothing. So I'm going for my restricted and unrestricted September 10th and 11th, and then I have to apply for my PAL. I guess it's called a PAL. So
You get a PAL. You get the PAL first. That's the possession and acquisitions. You
yeah,
have to get the non-restricted first,
yeah.
and then you have to go and do a second set of course to get the restricted.
So I'm doing it back to back. I'm doing it Saturday and then Sunday. So I'm doing like 2 for 1 and get it done and put my application in, and then
Okay.
hopefully it goes back.
Hopefully you gets all cleared before anything comes
Exactly,
of all
because
these
I
laws.
realize it's coming faster than I thought. So if I get
Yep.
approved, then I'm just gonna go and buy something ASAP.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, when people start panicking, everybody's the influx of applications and
Yeah.
classes get filled
Yep.
up quickly. And they're gonna probably start broadcasting what they call it, setbacks. So it would take a long time for you to get approved.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
Now, the
Tennessee.
one thing they did say is that if your application is all now, I don't know about for applications, but if you have a sale being processed and
Mm-hmm.
this comes into effect, your sale will still go through because you had your sale being processed. But as far as getting your license, if you get your license and don't have a sale put through, you're still not going to be allowed to buy one if this comes into effect beforehand.
Yeah, that's right.
Now,
So-
Tennessee has an open carry law now, but they still do the concealed carry classes.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Dust Duba said you can put the silica packets in them as well to keep them dry from moisture in regards to long-term storage of your dry goods.
So is
Yes.
any silica pack okay? Like when you buy something, like like a pair of shoes, they have those packs in there. I've been
No,
I
keeping-
Yeah,
would
that's
use
one
one out
thing.
of the shoes, but I reuse the ones out of my vitamins and stuff like
okay,
that.
yeah, the vitamins. Yeah, I keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping all those
food
packs.
grade. I would only use the food grade. I wouldn't use anything else.
Right.
Okay,
Shoe packet ones.
I just keep them for I don't know why. I just have them in a pile.
But I
But
use
those little ones that you
for
get in the
my
shoes, you can use them for other stuff. Like if you were storing away clothing and stuff like that.
clothing so it
Because
doesn't get moldy. Yeah, stuff like
and
that.
my
Yeah.
ammo cans. I put them in my ammo cans too. The ones I get out my shoe boxes, I
Yep.
put them in the ammo cans.
Okay.
so they do have a lot of good uses. So I still wouldn't throw them out.
Yeah.
Our treasured home said, I am still learning about foraging medicinal herbs and canning what food I can. Yeah, we all learning. It's an ongoing process.
Like what I did about 2 weeks ago at one of my jobs, they have a currant tree there. So I took cuttings off of it. And then of course I'm gonna try to root it. So I got the first section to root. So I'm going I clock into my second job after this job, and then I'm going to go get some more cuttings. And every week I'm gonna keep on doing that so I can propagate them and eventually put them in my yard for next year because they grow wild here. So I want to get that root mass really, really strong. So I'm gonna be adding the amendments to it like bone meal and blood meal so I can have that foraging portion in my yard and it's gonna be plentiful. So yeah.
And what does that
Right.
plant do, GT?
They're currants, red currants.
Oh, currants. Okay.
Little-
You
Yeah.
said courage. Okay, currants. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm from the South. I talk like that sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some red currant wine is good.
It is.
We had
yeah.
that in the past.
And you can
I
make
have the
raisins. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
I got raspberries and crab apples growing out behind my house. So I go up at the end of the year and I get as many crab apples as I can, and I'll dry them and I'll make applesauce and stuff out of them.
And one of the, I tried to air layer a apple tree and it didn't work. I tried it twice, 2 years in a row. So I'm gonna have to look on people that live in like Canada, Alaska, and things like that to see how to air layer here because it just wouldn't work. And I don't know if it's because we don't generate enough heat here in the summertime because we barely get 82 degrees for a day. And I think that may have an effect on me getting a successful air layer.
What kind of
Mhm.
apple are you doing it on? I'll help research that.
Any kind of apple in the world, anything that I see that is a fruiting plant, I start thinking about how can I get it. And I
Yeah.
ask the person, I'll be like, hey, can I take an air layer off of that? And they say, what's that? And then I go out there and I tell them, and they're like, oh, that works. And I say, yes. But then I come back, a month later and I check it out and I was like, I don't understand what it's doing wrong. And so, any plant that I see that is growing, I'm going to try to find a way to propagate it because I want it in my house. I want to be able to partake of that fruit.
I go out and I buy
type of apple, but yeah, go ahead.
I go out and buy. There's something that starts the root, and you just dip it in water, and then you dip it in that. You may need to do some scraping on the side of your cuttings, and
I
dip
do
it in
that.
there first. Yeah.
I do that, but it's air laying. Air laying is where you take the actual plant and you take exactly that. It's different than propagating from the root. From the root, you do 45 under the node and you scrape it down. You put the root in hormones, and they have different kind. They have gel, they have powder. You may actually even soak the root. Soak the stem to actually generate enough hormones in it to actually make it produce the roots. I've done it that way, but there's a method called hot dogging or whatever. It's kind of similar to what you were just speaking of, where there's a contraption that you put on it and then you put the soil around it and everything, but it just don't work for me here in Alaska.
Okay, you're in Alaska. Maybe get a grow light.
I have.
Oh, he has
Alaska,
grow lights. BT got every grow light known to man. He the hydroponics king. Yeah.
I grow. Like my whole 2-car garage, it is where I do all my growing. I'm not gonna stop. I love growing. I can't stop. I have grow lights, hydroponics, whatever. I'm gonna do it. Whatever I can do to try to one thing that separates us from other people is the fact that we are privileged to have access to food, and most of our comfort level is dealt with nicely, so we don't have to go to extreme measures. So I want to keep my mind in a state to where I'm always going to be civil with others. And that's something that we will be faced with if there is a shortage of anything, because our animal instinct starts to kick in a little bit more. So I want to try to provide for me and my family as much as possible.
Have you tried growing them right from seed? Like taking some of the fruit from the actual trees?
Yes, but the only fruit that I know of besides like melons and stuff that are actual big fruit trees that I know of that germinate true to taste, I think it's like stone fruit. Like if you do an apple or oranges or anything like that, you might eat something that is very delicious, but it's been hybridized, not GMO, but hybridized. So you're not going to get that exact type. It may be a gross fruit because it's been specially selected because of certain genetic attributes that those two plants have in common or whatever. Yeah.
Now, one of the big things with that too is with crabapple trees, they are nasty if you eat them before they hit frost. The one behind the house, after the first frost, they turn sweet. Like they're not big, but they taste like the sweet Granny Smith apples. So that's where, because when I first picked them, I was like, I gotta try it, because I was letting them fall on the ground for weeks, and I'm stepping on them and tripping on them, and I said, well, I'm gonna take a bunch and try them on my channel. And when I tasted it, it was so good, and there was so many after falling on the ground and going bad. I was kicking myself in the butt for it. But
hold on one second. Let me go through this. It kicked me out of the studio, and so now my messages, I don't know what happened with them, the comments. But welcome, Coastal Water, Ultimate Acres. Thank you for coming. Rita's Rooster, Coach Mary Ma, Black's Tropical Homestead. Thank you for coming. My Fly Family. thank you for being here. MJ's Garden, Caucasian Sasquatch, thank you for coming, everybody. Kevin Myers, thank you for coming. Baker, appreciate your support. Let's see. Carol Fugaban, thank you. Wally, thank you for coming as well. Let's see who else is here.
Well, Tarsha, you had 100 people here watching.
Yeah.
Thank you,
wow.
Militant Roots. And Militant Roots said, I try to always carry at least one knife, big lighter, Sharpie, tourniquet, sidearm, and a reload. Right. The Numis Maniac. Okay. You sell it as, I can't really understand that one. Well, I would just ask how to celebrate Labor Day. I told them I hang up my retiree ID card in the window, put on a rose, then call my kids and ask them how they enjoy working. Thank you, Blanks Tropical. Let's see. Belt Loop said to Dustin, to be able to use hand warmers to do the same thing as suck oxygen out of the air. And who's the lady on the panel from Tennessee? That is Miss Susan with Hillbilly Chicken Ranch.
Hillbilly Chicken. Okay, I don't think I have you, Susan. I'm going to look you up.
And we
Please do that because I don't think I have you either.
Yeah, everybody drop your link. Well, not drop your link, but type triple threat in the comments and Nightbot will drop your link for you. Okay. We have a regular gun guy here. Thank you and welcome to my live again. I appreciate your support. So everyone, please type triple threat so your links can be dropped.
You have 325 thumbs up right now, and 93 are watching. Woohoo!
Let's see who else is here. Zach Price back out with guns. Hey, Zach. Nice of you to come back again. Mahindran Nada, thank you for coming. I got to catch up on your vids. Carol,
tape it again.
that I plant with cow manure, no pesticides. Let's see. Anyone else? And Joe Morgan has said he had lost weight and noticed it's harder to carry a concealed full-size gun without a great holster in bigger clothes. That's right.
Congrats on the weight loss. That's good.
Yeah, congratulations.
And
hey, Mud. Hey, Devil Dog.
Down in the bottom.
Hey, where's the giveaway? 100 people in chat? What you giving away, Tarsha?
Nothing today.
Shoot, she's like tripling my numbers or something like that.
That's a hashtag FallFest 22 giveaway.
Is somebody's is their YouTube is on? I'm just hearing echo.
Yeah, somebody got it on. I think it's Devil Dog.
It ain't me. This room ain't got nothing going. I'm not on my computer. Al.
Did you get to the mail?
Yes, Al. I did mail it out.
Gary said you can use.
Oh no.
You're going to let him get in FaceTime without me getting FaceTime, right?
Your YouTube site. Someone's YouTube site is on.
YouTube site is still on. Yep. Oh,
it's gone.
Devil Dog is gone.
And the feedback is gone.
Mud and Mascara said you can use the Pratty Key method.
Crack key method, yeah. To grow roots quickly.
Yes.
Is that for Mud? Is that for trees?
Wait.
Yeah, you can do it with trees. I did it with some elderberry trees up the street. And what I did was we pulled one directly by the root, and then we cut one and put it.
Okay. I think GT has a question about that.
Okay, so when you used the cracky method on the trees, were they small branches or were they considerably sized? Like, were they the size of your wrist or were they the size of like your pinky finger?
One was about the size of about half of my wrist. So it was probably about that big around. And the other one
And that was
smaller.
elderberry?
Yes.
And that was elderberry? Okay, now is elderberry a softwood or a hardwood? That's one of the reasons why I thought that elderberry, fig trees, and lemons and things like that, they'll root pretty easily if you use the cracky method. But I didn't know that you can use it on hardwoods like
You
apple.
can definitely. You could try. I would try it. If nothing else has worked, I would try it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would
Elderberry
definitely
is
try it. Yeah, I've done the elderberry twice now.
Yeah, I can get I do elderberry cuttings with no problems. I get them in the mail, and a couple of plants I can actually root many different ways. But when it's like a trunk, like maybe half of the size of my wrist, then I try to do air layering and it just hasn't worked. What did I say?
Air
Air
laying
layering is directly on the tree, getting roots
on the tree.
Yeah, while on the tree. Yeah.
Hey, Caucasian Sasquatch.
But I wonder how do you do the air laying? Tell me how you do that.
What's up with your RGG? So what I do is I prep the branch. I look and I make sure that I have one that's in a nice placement. I take off the bark and I expose the cambium layer. Once I expose the cambium layer, I have just a little spritz. Maybe I can use like kelp in the spray bottle, but I spray it and then I put on soil. And the soil that I use is, I'm always going to use cocoa coir, and anything that I use is soil if it's going in the house. So I use that, and I use a little potting mix, and I put aluminum. Did I put aluminum foil? I put aluminum. No, first I put the garbage bag on there. I mean, not garbage bag. I put the freezer bag on there, and then I wrap it up, and then I put the aluminum foil on there, and I make sure that soil is basically almost saturated, to where if you squeeze it, put like half attention on it, you actually get a couple of drops or whatever. That's how I've air layered, and I haven't been successful.
Okay, so just by what you're talking about, this would be just a small piece of advice. With that, when you scrape it down, right, and then you add your soil or whatever, wrap that in cheesecloth, okay, and inside your soil, put your crack key method. Put your crack key method, the nutrients and the liquid inside the soil, and when you're wrapping it, do you know what cheesecloth is?
Yes.
Okay. Because it takes you a while to get these to root out, correct? Or you're having issues with it.
But see, I'm talking about in the elements. Now, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do it in the elements. And yeah, it's just the elements that I think that is the factor. But I'm listening.
But if you because I've never done that method, I'm just thinking of how to get it to work. If you were to wrap that in the cheesecloth, and then if you put a bag over it or whatever, you can still go back with your crack key water in a spray bottle and keep it moist anytime that it dries out, which gives it the extra nutrients. Maybe you could try that to get it to root like that. I've never done that method before, what you're talking about. I know it. I just cut it off and shave it down a little bit and put it in the crack key water and leave it. I mean, it's one of my elderberry plants took 2 months to get one tiny root off of it. And now it's in the ground and it's probably about, I don't know, 3 feet high.
Okay, let me welcome some people into the chat. We have Candy Dudette Watson. Please send ghosts. Thank you for coming. We have Tamara with L&L Farmstead. Let's see who else is in here. Lashes Journey. Thank you for coming. The new Miss Maniac. I saw someone else. Black Guns and Gardens. Thank you for coming. Let's see who else in here. Planter Garden TV. Thank you for coming. That's another channel that has awesome information when it comes to gardening. Check out Kentucky Survival 76. Thank you for coming. Let's see who else is here. And everybody type triple threat in the chat so Nightbox can drop your link so everyone can connect with you all, because everyone has valuable information. Hey, always gardening and prepping. Thank you for coming.
It did.
Hey, Rich at the Old Sweets Farm. And we got Radio Jonesy here today.
Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Okay, so now I can go back up to any questions anyone may have or comments that they made, since I got everyone, and welcome them to the chat. Let's see. Okay, Militant Rue said, we got dwarf pears coming in hard right now. It kills me seeing so many on the ground already. I don't have as many fruit trees that I want. I only have one.
And see, that would be a good example of how you can actually air layer that tree so that you have another tree. That's what I want to do, to something where you have a situation like that.
Now, with my fig tree, GT, I didn't even think about this. And I don't know if the tree you're talking about's got low, but with my fig tree, we took the bottom, and you can see them in the videos. We took the bottom piece as it grew out, and we stuck it on the ground and put a brick on it. And now we have, I mean, that thing is huge. Plus, we have a second one on the left-hand side of the garden. So it's just went like this all the way up.
Now, see, that is kind of sort of like an air layer. You're actually encompassing soil around it, and it actually grows. But our soil doesn't get warm enough here in Alaska. So I have to research some more channels to figure out how I can do it, because I got to do it because I want it and I want to do it. So I'm going to do it. I just got to figure out how I can generate enough heat so it can be hard like Rockwalla.
You
so are you saying your air layer is not getting warm enough, GT? Like the air layer doesn't have enough temperature?
That's the only thing I could think of. I've tried. I've actually put on. I only tried one rooting hormone, and that one rooting hormone, it didn't do it. So I'm thinking that temperature has to be the factor that's missing in this journey, because I've troubleshooted it, and I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna make sure I have the cambium layer just right. That white meat, I tried to make sure I had that just right. But I tried everything, and I think it's just the heat portion that I just can't capture yet, and I got to figure out how I can do it. I have the aluminum foil that we have. Our rainy season comes too quickly for me to generate enough heat from the sun for it to actually take. So I got to figure out how I can, something that will hold that heat more and for longer.
Yeah. Okay.
What about doing it in a straw bale and putting some nitrogen on the straw bale? Because straw will generate the heat when it's got that nitrogen and add it to it.
And see, that may be a conflict, because if it breaks down, no, it won't. I don't know how long straw takes to break down, because I thought it would be like a contradiction, because it'll make the leaves actually grow. And I don't want any leaves until I actually get that Rockweiler root system first. Once I get that, then I can try any kind of methods. But it's on the tree in the elements. That's what I'm trying to root from.
Okay. You wanna put some manure inside the straw bale, and you can actually wrap that straw bale with some plastic to slow down the process, but it's going to break down, and it takes about 6 months to a year, and I'm in the South. So you got a little while to go before it completely breaks down, but it should build your root system up.
Okay.
And generate that heat naturally, right? Like that geothermal
Right.
Process. Yeah.
Well, guys, I have to take off.
Thank
All right,
you,
Al-Shaf, I'll find you on these YouTube streets. Or drop your link if you didn't yet.
It was nice meeting everybody.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you again, Tarsha.
Thank you, Al. I got to watch your videos. So he just put out
So
yesterday.
when you get around to it, I know how busy it is.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody have a great day, and I will see you all on the next one.
All righty. Take care and stay safe.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. Well, I got to get back to work as well, y'all. I done had my nice little jog. I enjoyed the chat. Hey to everybody in the chat. Hello, everybody in the panel. And I'll catch y'all in these YouTube streets. And remember, trust the process. GT out. Bye, Tarsha.
Take care. Stay safe. Coach Mary Moss says she learned a lot of things about arms and protection. Thanks for the conversation. Thank you for being here. And I'm glad that you was able to get a lot of valuable information out of this chat. K-Lastic TV says she's still here listening and learning a lot. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see if anything else is in here. But all like being prepared is just not necessarily the firearms and the ammo. Like we just been talking about, get your food storage up, get your water storage up as well. And learn how to grow your own food. I just started this year.
Be willing to trade seed with people because you're going to need a lot of seed.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big key is saving seeds. Your own seeds out of your yard. Anything that you can save, I would definitely save the seeds. I was going to say something. Well, I was down in the chat earlier when people were talking about the rice and the weebles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We always, when we go to the grocery store, we always buy beans. It's just something we buy every time because we eat a lot of beans around here. But anyways, make sure that y'all are checking those bags when you bring them home. I don't know if it is because right now we're eating stuff that has or is out now. The dates are very short, that have possibly been sitting on shipping containers. But we have found weebles in many, many bags because we will bring them home and store them. And we have found quite a few with a lot of bugs in them. So be careful.
Absolutely check them.
Yeah,
I take them out of the bag and check them and then jar them up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what do you do when you have weevils in your beans? Is it no good now, or can you
You
still
can
use
eat the
them?
beans, but you don't want to eat the weevils.
Well, it depends on what your diet is. I don't know, but
Yeah.
But do I just sift out the beans that have holes, the ones that float to the top? How do you guys?
So
well, if you're when you bring them home and you're going to store them, you want to run them through like a strainer. Those on top of a. What we do is we put them. We have one of like a baking sheet on the bottom, and then we run them through like a colander, and them weevils will fall out on the baking sheet. You'll see them. They look like little rocks, and then they start moving.
I know what they
You're
look
like,
trust me. Yeah, little hard rocks.
yeah. And then we'll store them up after that. But and another thing with the oxygen absorbers, y'all make sure that y'all are storing those properly because they will go bad super quick.
Yes, they get in contact with some air, then they start burning, getting heating up and start sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some that were large ones, and they finally, the fabric on them finally gave away.
Mhm.
So I had to replace all those. I was like, well, we're getting rid of those.
Yeah.
But
And then
you can reuse them as long as you're storing from one jar to the next. As long as they're small and you're sealing that
Right.
jar right away.
Right. And then if you don't have a like, just for instance, if everything went to poop and no power, I have a not to promote my channel, but there is a video on my channel of a dehydrating. There is a tool that you can buy. It's a brake bleeder, and you can seal your jars that way if you had to, instead of
Right.
using the machine thing. It's no electricity at all. So, and it's a very good tool to have in your arsenal for food, to store food, especially if you store it in jars.
We got Charms Joy Mix here and Webb's Web as well. We have One Weedy Legend Bush. One Weedy Legend Bush Jamaica here. Let me try to catch up. We have CC and Farm. Thank you for coming. We have Gina versus Gina. Thank you for coming as well. And Devil Dog is back. I'm not sure if he left. I just know he dropped down from the panel. Let's see who else is here. And Blank's Tropical said it takes 3 months for the straw bale to break down if you're pumping that nitro right. Thank you, Lashes. Thank you for coming,
Yes.
Storms, Radios, and Cats.
Freezing beans will kill the bugs too. Sorry, I saw that question.
Okay.
What is it now? What did you say?
Freezing the beans, she's saying will stop the bugs. Will that change the texture of the beans?
Oh, okay.
No, it won't change the
No?
texture of the beans, but it will kill the bugs, and then you can bag them. But like I said, when we get home now, because this has happened a couple of times, we just open them right then. Because if they get loose in your pantry, it's bad. Really
I
bad.
did not know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
check your pet food too when you buy it, the dry
Mhm.
food, because a lot of that food coming off those ships have made animals
Bugs.
sick.
Mm-hmm.
And GT Junior Grows in Alaska said, please try to get out there and walk some. Yeah, so get your self-defense, get your physical health in check, your food in check, your water in check, and your medical.
And I'll add one more thing to that list. You need to have friends around you that are like-minded that you can barter with, because we are going to come to a point in this country where we're going to have to go back to bartering. As a matter of fact, we're already doing it here.
Right.
And so, have some things set aside that is just specifically for bartering.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Black's Tropical Homestead says she gives away tons of seeds, helping this beautiful community continue to grow.
Mhm. That's good.
That's
Awesome.
wonderful.
It is very much so. And we have Always Gardening and Prep and said, grow heirlooms so you can save your seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step down in the chat, guys. So I'm still here, but I'm going to be in the chat.
Okay.
All right. Nice meeting y'all.
And this
Bye.
cat, see you later. Freeze them for a week and it will kill the weevils.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Micro Farmer, thank you for being here. And she said, same goes for the flour.
Yep.
And he
Yeah,
said,
we do our rice too.
Peoria and bugs are protein.
Only if you dip them in chocolate.
And pressure canner, yes, you got to can some stuff.
I dehydrate, and I freeze. I wish I had a freeze dryer. I don't. I have no room to put one, but I definitely do those 3 types of things.
If I get my hands on one, I'll make a way for one to be in the house.
They're expensive. They're like,
They're like
I don't know.
3,000.
We're almost done with the solar on our house, and then we're going to go to that next. But it's just, they're expensive.
Right. We have Life with Mountain Folk. Thank you for coming. Another Georgia
Mm-hmm.
homestead. We got Always Gardening and Prepping said she have videos on using the brake blender also.
Bleeder.
The brake
Yep.
bleeder also.
Yeah, that brake bleeder will come in handy if the power goes out,
Mhm.
y'all.
Yeah,
Yep.
check out her videos at Always Gardening Prepping. If you would type triple thread, if you haven't, to have your link dropped. Our treasure home mentioned about will the freezing the beans kill the bugs too?
Yes.
Hey, Spooning and Sunshine Homestead. Thank you for coming through. Y'all check out Spooning and Sunshine Homestead. Very wonderful. It's a wonderful channel as well. They have a beautiful garden. And her husband teaches self-defense as well. And he's law enforcement, currently on law enforcement. I think both of them were in law enforcement.
I would suggest if you have an Amish community in your area that you go and visit it, because most of the Amish farmers will sell their produce to you. We found a local Amish farmers that had raw cow's milk. So check out the area around you, know your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to find lots of sources. We were able to find sources for fresh meat that has no hormones, no antibiotics, no nothing. That's breastfed. So you want to do that.
Right. We have Off the Wall Prepper here. He said, okay, now what y'all talking about? Just came back, had to collect walnuts and haul water. That sounds good. I need to get me some.
Were they black walnuts, I wonder? Or just regular walnuts? I'd like to know that one.
Yeah, but we're here talking about, are you doing everything that you need to be doing to get prepared and stay prepared?
I think too, and I've said this to James a bunch of times, and I need to say it again because it makes me think about it. If you have generators and stuff, y'all need to fire them up just to check them.
Right.
I just thought about that I need to tell him that when he gets home.
Exactly. And I'll show my kids how to operate it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make sure you have a solar charger around. If you don't have, some kind of backup energy.
Yeah,
comes in handy for your phones.
I have the gas and propane, and then we have the solar generator. So
yeah, but you need one for your cell phones. It's a little one.
Yeah, those are very handy. Those are very handy because they flip out. And yeah, I got that. Those are very handy, especially for the cell phones.
Yeah, because we got to be able to stay in contact.
Mm-hmm. Right. Kelly Homestead with Pooh Bear said, have a meetup spot just in case. Right. Everybody needs to be on the same page so everybody can get to their secure location.
I have too many animals to leave behind. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, some people are not willing to leave.
It's not willing. I'm not willing to leave my animals without food and water.
Right. Blank's Tropical said freeze drying and canning, but more freeze drying. Yes, wish I could
absolutely
get a freeze dryer. Hey, African Dreaming, if I missed you earlier. Let's see.
Diane Robinson.
Did I speak to you, Web Swab? Ralph, I'm not sure if I did. And I saw someone else. Okay, I did speak to Charles with Militant Roots. Okay. We have Duval, City Girl Gardner. Thank you for coming. We got Laura from Hedgehogs Homestead here. Warm Strong Adventures. Thank you for coming. And Urban Garden Chronicle says she's going to get connected with the Amish and Mennonite community.
Mhm.
They can definitely teach you a whole lot about homesteading and being prepared as far as your food, gardening, building. They do it all.
I don't
They
think we
really
have
do
one
do it
here.
all.
Hmm.
I don't
They
think we have one here.
they are so self-sufficient, y'all. They
Right.
are the prepper's dream. You can learn so much from your Amish and Mennonite communities.
Right. Yeah, they do it all. They really do. I like watching some of their channels as well.
Well, we can go in and buy canned goods. We can go in and buy their homemade candies. You just never know what you're going to find. The vegetables are phenomenal. Um, I asked one of them if anybody sold the raw milk because I was looking for a raw milk source. The
Hmm.
next week we went back, they had raw milk.
Oh
So
wow!
yeah,
That's good.
I
I
don't
buy
think.
I buy a lot of their canned butter too.
Yeah, I love their butter. I don't think we have one down here where I live.
Ask
Close.
around because they're everywhere.
Yeah, well, I have a friend of mine that has a 90-acre farm that we get a lot of our stuff from, but she doesn't have any milk. She's got goats, but not milk, and she doesn't do that, the milking stuff. So
Hmm.
that's my biggest thing is I want something on this 1 acre that I can get milk out of. So,
That's me too. I've been telling my husband goat milk or
yeah.
because we're on an acre and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd love to have a pair of goats here just to keep the
Hmm.
coyotes away.
Yeah.
Right. Off the wall prepper said the struggles of the homestead, black walnuts. He said we got acorns and walnut trees and wild blackberries and wild onions.
And you can eat acorns, y'all.
You can?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I know I used to crack them open, but I know.
I haven't attempted to eat them, but I was reading through one of the books that I received,
Mhm.
and you can eat them.
Okay. You're welcome, Spoon with Sunshine Homestead. Dustin Dubis said, I fire up my generators once a month to make sure they work. Right. Great idea. Testing those supplies out and your gear out. Life in Mountain, folks, we have an Anchor power panel, which is solar. I have some solar panels, but I would love to have some more solar panels.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Roasted
And
pizza. Did you see what Off the Wall Prepper said? He said roasted grub pizza, acorn and
I
roasted grubs.
haven't made it down that far.
That's what I was reading it
Well,
on
we
my
eat blood burgers in the South, so but no slugs
phone.
farmed.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have Diane Robinson's Crafts Unlimited. Thank you for coming, Diane. And Warm Strong Adventure says, stay prepared and you won't have to get prepared. Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think a lot of people sometimes they'll get started doing this and then they start thinking probably not in this group, but I've talked to many different groups, but they'll stop because they think everything's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about what's going on out in the world either, because I've said this before, when you could lose your job. My husband's aorta split from his heart one time, and if it hadn't been for everything that this is our lifestyle, we live like this, we eat out of jars, we raise our rabbits, we raise our chickens, we go get our meat from local farmers and stuff like that. There is some things we have to buy from the grocery store. Yeah, I mean, that's with anybody. But it's so easy just to buy one extra thing. That's like I said, every time we go to the store, I have so much beans and rice, I could probably fill this room up with it. And to cycling through that. But, it's just important not to stop, not to, because sometimes you can get caught up in life and, realize, and I say this to myself, because behind me is, Miguel, he started homeschool. So we had to move the second pantry out here. And I was just like, we're missing so much stuff, James. We're behind, because we took everything that we could out of the second pantry from in the house and backfilled in my main pantry, and then brought everything out here. And we just both sat here and looked at it for a few minutes like, what? We've messed up. Even we have probably, I would say, about a year and a half worth of food, but still it's not enough, because we have 10 people living here. So, I have like a little army to feed. So just don't let it slip past you.
I worry about not having enough food in the house, and I tell my husband every time we go out, pick up a canned meat, pick up beans, pick up rice, pick up powdered potatoes, anything that we can use as a staple as a filler in our food, because we're going to have to stretch our meat, we're going to have to stretch our meals. And I've been practicing with him, because he's a big eater, and I keep telling him, baby, you eat for 4. You eat enough for 4 people, and you're going to have to cut back on that, because we may not have it in the future. But one thing I'm thankful for is we have chickens and we have plenty of eggs. We are not going to starve.
Yeah, we have chickens, eggs, and we're getting ready to do our rabbits. So they're pretty big. So we have the New Zealand rabbits, and James has swapped his position in his job. So he'll be off 3 days in a row, thank God. And he'll be able to help me do those, because that's going to be a lot. I can do the chickens by myself, no problem. But it really takes more than one person to do that.
We're fixing to start. We're raising chicks right now for freezer camp, and it will be our first time doing that. We've done rabbits in the past, but it's going to be hard because we love our chickens, But I told my husband, hold back 3 hens and a rooster, and we can raise them instead of going in and buying the chicks. And we're just going to have to buckle down, folks, and do things that we've never done before. And, I always say, plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Because no matter how much you plan, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. As long as you're cycling through stuff, you're going to use it sooner or later. You're going to use it.
And them canned goods can sit on the shelf for a few years. They don't go bad. Despite what the book says, what the government says. As long as they're sealed and in the dark spot, they are good. I'm sorry, Tarsha.
Black's Tropical Homestead, she said she would be she's going to start a freeze drying series soon. So if you haven't already connected with Black's Tropical Homestead, please go over and connect so you won't miss out on these freeze drying series.
Yeah, I've got her queued in my watch later list.
Hey, all prepper.
I figure, hi everybody. I figure it's my last day off before I got to go back to work.
And I tried to come in last time, Tarsha, when I was on the road to congratulate you. And, you know, I was sitting here listening and collecting walnuts, and I got to haul some more water. And, you know, we always have projects. This is my beautiful backyard. Y'all see it?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we live in the Ozarks, for you that don't know off the wall. But we live in the Ozarks, and we set out here on about 30 acres. 5 of it we own. But yes, it's black walnuts, ma'am. I heard you ask about the walnuts. We have a lot of black walnuts, a lot.
I can't wait to get my hands on some because I love me some black walnut chocolate chip cookies.
Well, I'm giving them away like hotcakes because, you know, we can't. I think we're good at dragonflies. My better half, she's going to try to can them or something so that we can preserve them. Maybe dehydrate them. I don't know.
Try putting them in some syrup.
Yeah.
You can nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said, that you can them. I mean, I hate to see them sitting on the ground, but like we didn't get very many wild blackberries this year. It was just too dry. But as you can see, everything's nice and green now. We got a lot of rain in the Ozarks. Not flooded, but we got a lot of rain.
Right.
My tomatoes are still trying to hold on. I got one little piddly tomato off the vine today. I've got blooms, but no tomatoes.
Well, the deer got all my strawberries this year. I got a handful. We have a lot of deer. Actually, the last few days, right here behind me, we've had a herd of about 7 to 10 babies that have been hanging out. I guess this is their new home. But, you know, it's nice to watch them. And we have 2 baby bucks and 1 little fawn. And the fawn it has to be real close to newborn. It's so cute. I love living out here. I was a city dweller. I lived in Los Angeles and San Diego and Dallas and was brought up in Colorado. But I love Colorado, but I really like it out here in the forest.
Yeah.
COVID changed our lives. We were traveling on a 36-foot Class A RV, and COVID hit, and we got a pink slip, and we hadn't even hardly worked we were in a management program at KOA's, and we had just went and left our other campground we were managing. So it was life-changing. And I found this little cabin out here in the woods, and I was like, let's go.
Right.
I want to do that. I want to do that, but James is like, I don't know. I mean, we live the same type of lifestyle, but he's not ready to jump the gun and leave his job yet. And I'm like, please, let's get out of here. You know, because we are very close to, like, the other side of the street is the city. So, like, 3 minutes from here is
the city.
It's not good. It's not good, and I can't stand it because I'm here by myself a lot. So,
well, the sad thing is the cities are falling apart. I did make a statement though in the chat. I was in and out, Tarsha, but you know, I think a lot of people are geared toward gas generators, but I think what they are not considering is the gas supply. What if you don't have the gas supply? You got to have some other means. Like, we're blessed. We have a fireplace. I have a really cool stove I picked up. I think I paid like $40 for it, but it's propane or butane. So I've been getting those canisters. I've been picking them up everywhere I can find them. But I've been prepping, and I don't even like calling myself a prepper. It's my way of life. I got broke into in Los Angeles, and I was 22 years old, and I woke up with a guy with a stocking cap inside my apartment. And from that day forward, I was like, you got to not only be prepared for a SHTF, which is extreme, but just day to day. I mean, we've been up here on this mountain, and we've had the power go out for 3 days. We were in Hurricane Michael, and when you just grasp a prepping lifestyle, and I just want to be self-reliant and self-sufficient. And I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to depend on the government to come and rescue me like they did at Katrina. I don't want that.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
And I want to have a MAGA people around me that think the same way, so that we can help each other. If we would have, which I think we're headed toward, a total society breakdown.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, there's too much division. I love seeing Tarsha, that you're bringing in all kinds of people, because that's what we do at Off the Wall.
Right.
It's about community, and it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, if you're single, married, old, young, it doesn't matter. It's about community. And Tarsha, I think you've really taken that to heart. And you've been involved in our channel for a while, and I think you're a great asset to the community.
Thank you. And that's why I fell in love with you.
That's because I dance a jig or two, don't I? I was tearing up the floor last night to a hole in the wall, wasn't I? I love that song.
Yes, we have so much fun over there, Off the Wall Prepper.
I wish I could stay up late to watch some of y'all. I mean, I'm telling you, 8 o'clock here, my butt is in bed asleep. Because
at night is when we get rowdy, but usually I'm in bed because I got to work. I'm an outside vendor for hospitals and schools, and kind of in the medical disinfectant business. And I've seen that change so much this last 2 years, but I think that like late night is when we get a little wild over at Off the Wall. We do some conspiracy talking and dancing. We was dancing.
That's right up my alley. That is right up my alley. I never can stay up late enough to watch that show.
I'll be struggling, but I'll have to get it in sometime.
Oh, you hung tight last night, Tarsha. You hung tight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Y'all, AR guns 1776s. I meant I'll buy number 10 cans. Yes, buy the number 10 cans because you can recan what's in those cans. Absolutely do that.
Let me watch
the price on it because the prices have gone up.
They have. Welcome back to Nature and AR 1776. Sorry I didn't greet you when you first came in. Let's see if anybody else came in.
That is very true what Old Ways Gardening said.
Mm-hmm.
They said you need to be more concerned about the martyrs hearing those generators running. And they can be loud. They can be loud.
They really can.
Yeah, we had one on, I had one on the 32-foot RV I had. And I'll tell you what, at night, like if you're in a state park or whatever, they'll tell you have to shut them down. I mean, they're loud. Now there is a Honda generator that's pretty quiet, and you can actually carry it places. My brother bought one for when he goes to football games and stuff, and that one's quiet. But my thing is we went with a Geneverse Solar because of if you can't get gas, your generator's useless.
Right.
Or how are you gonna stock up 200 to 500 gallons of gas in case of a serious problem?
Right.
It is.
Y'all need to be thinking about your heat source too, because they're talking about power outages coming in the fall, as early as fall.
Y'all want to see what I've been doing? I'll show you what I've been doing. Hold on a minute here.
And while he's doing that, Black's Tropical Homestead that said that they do not depend on the store at all, growing and raising our own groceries. And
kudos to you.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that.
So we got about, I don't know, y'all see it over there?
Oh, yeah. All that wood?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's about 15 feet in there from tree to tree. Mm-hmm. This pile's getting ready to go onto that pile, and then this will all be filled up again. But there's a tour of the backyard. There's a tour of the beautiful Ozark Forest there.
That's pretty.
It is.
I love that.
It is. It's a beautiful place, but we try to keep 3 to 5 ricks of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Now we even burn it all the time in the winter, and we do have electric source too, but you don't go through that much.
Right.
You don't go through that much. But now if we had to cook with it,
that'd be different.
Yeah.
My husband's talking about putting a pellet stove in our mobile home that we're in, because we can't we can't have a fireplace or anything like that in here.
One thing I'll say that on safety, because I'm huge on safety, Tarsha knows this, is that when you have a pellet or a wood burning fireplace, we almost had a fluke fire out here, and the creosote had built up in a 45-degree angle, and I had paid to get it cleaned because I have a torn meniscus, so it was really bad 3 years ago. And the fire chief told me to take aluminum cans, and every time you burn a fire, put them in your fireplace, and it helps to prevent the creosote buildup.
Yeah, coffee can't work good.
Yeah, that's what we do. We tear down those aluminum cans. We have a crusher, we crush them, and every time we have a fire, we throw 2 to 3 cans in there, and it's really, really helped. You can tell by the way the chimney's burning and everything.
I didn't know that. So y'all put like Coca-Cola can in there?
Yeah, or I'll go, even if I'm out and about, when I'm out working and I see a bunch of aluminum cans, because we don't drink a lot of soda or anything that comes in aluminum cans like that, I'll pick them up and bring home a bag, because I'm recycling, I'm repurposing, I'm helping the environment. Yeah. And then on top of it, it's helping our fireplace. So it's a win-win, right?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. We actually, this past year, James, he's about to go back on the road. He's an officer. He was on the road last year and came off the road to do some stuff inside for them. But last year he was on the road, and don't be afraid to do this, y'all. I mean, especially if he saw this house and there was a, like a cast iron that you open up, put the wood in, you could cook on top of it with the flute on it, just sitting on the side of the guy's house. And James was next door, I guess. Well, anyways, he talked to the guy for a minute and he gave it to us. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's up underneath the awning right now until we need it, but I know we got it there for backup.
Right. Let me welcome some people that came into the chat. Rambo Green Hands, thank you for coming. And anyone, please, everyone, please type triple threat in the comment section and your link will be dropped. I see, who was it? Life with Blenda and Chuck. Oh. Thanks for coming, Chuck. And we have Southern Blessed Homestead.
You just got, I don't have, let me see.
Yeah, Southern Blessed Homestead. Let me see if anybody else came in. We got Crossover Paranormal Society. Thank you for coming.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's right down my line, Tarsha. Crossover.
Oh, we got some trolls.
I got him.
Okay, thank you. I'm just now seeing it.
I'm reporting him.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Black's Tropical Homestead.
Not to interrupt you, Tarsha, but I got to get off here. I have a honey-do list that's like that long, and I go back to work tomorrow. And so I'm trying to do some things to help Dragonflies, because she's been, this last week she's been a little under the weather. And so I got a lot of stuff to carry up to the top of the loft. And so I need to do that today. And I'm still working on the mess out there in the shop from our storage, which is nice. It's like Christmas. Every time I open something, Tarsha, I'm like, oh, look. Well, we were on the road and we kept that storage for almost 3 years. And then when we got laid off, we came to Missouri. Our stuff was in Alabama. So my brother was going down there to Georgia in your territory, Tarsha. And so he was going down to pick up a Harley Davidson trailer. And he said, I'll go get it for you, KJ. I'm like, okay, cool. So he brought it. Well, lo and behold, we started putting it in there nice and neat in the shop. And then it started snowing and raining. And you know what happened from there. You've seen the mess. But it's almost there. I had to take it easy because I did mess up my back again. But that happens when you get hit by a Mack truck, literally, I thank God every single day that, God kept me here for a reason, right?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming and sharing your homesteading journey with us.
You're welcome. And Tarsha, big prepper, huge. You know how we big prepper hugs, babies. All right, everybody. God bless you. And Tarsha, I'll see you coming to hang out tonight at the club. Okay.
What
All right.
time
God
is the club?
9 o'clock Central. See, we have to wait till it gets kind of dark. Then
So it's just 10 our time.
9 p.m. Central Time. Then the strange people can come out.
Yeah. So that's 10 for us, right, Tarsha? 10.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But God bless y'all. And Tarsha, I think we're having faith get together out in the church too, out here in the forest. So that'll be Sunday morning. So God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.
God bless y'all too.
All right. Love you, Tarsha. Bye-bye.
You too. And we got Joseph Bishop Backwoods Survival. Thank you, Joseph, for coming. Let's see. Well, I know everyone is 2 hours. We're at the 2 hour mark. My kids started back to school today.
Yeah.
So
Pray for the kids, I'm telling you, and the teachers too.
right, because I've been getting nothing but news reports throughout Georgia with kids and guns at the school already their first week of school.
Yep,
It's
it happened
ridiculous.
it happened in, you know where Monticello is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's where my granddaughters go to school. And it was in the junior high. It happened there this past week.
And one happened today. They had
Yeah.
to shut a school
They were out there last year too. They had to shut the school down. I asked Shelby, I was like, why are you putting them back in there, honey? They can come here and do it. But I'm going to jump off of here because Mr. C's taking a NACA class and he'll be here in a minute.
Right. So I just want to everyone go check my video out that I talked about securing your firearms. Now your children, any unauthorized adults, anyone that don't supposed to have your firearm, tell them to get a hold of that firearm.
My dogs are barking. Somebody's coming down the road.
Right, AR guns 1776. They should teach it about the gun safety in schools. They teach sex education, so they should teach firearm safety as well.
We teach it here. Miguel knows it. He's my youngest, or not my youngest, but my youngest grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
All of my grandchildren know, except for Micah, because he's one.
Right.
But they know.
Absolutely. But I appreciate everyone for coming and showing support for me in my channel. If it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't even be here. But thank you. Love you all. And please, if you haven't already started, get your self-defense, get your food, get your ammo, get your water, get your medical, your heat sources, cooling sources, get it all. You never know what could happen. So everyone, please take care of yourself and your family. Hey, Rusty, bent but not broken. I was just about to wrap up. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. So, thank you, Radio Jonesy. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Yes, everyone have a wonderful and blessed evening. And I will catch y'all next Tuesday. And don't forget, Micro Farmer will be coming back on Friday at 2:00 Eastern time. Eastern 2 p.m. Eastern time. So everyone tune in to Micro Farmer's channel on Friday. Another great content creator that has information on homesteading as well. So thank you all, and y'all have a wonderful night. Yes. And I can't forget that Our Treasure Home, Nancy at Our Treasure Home goes on Friday at 3 p.m. So everyone tune in to Our Treasured Home. And let me drop these links real quick for Nancy. So anyone that's still in the chat can, Our Treasured Home. Everyone connect with Nancy at Our Treasured Home. And Micro Farmer, getting ready to drop his link. I will also be on his panel, his co-host. So there's the links for Friday's lives that I know of. So that is Nancy at Our Treasured Home and Micro Farmer. Those are the links. We still have 24 people in here. Y'all, please go out and check out, Micro Farmer, Our Treasured Home. And don't forget, there are plenty other channel links in this comment section, especially Black's Tropical Homestead. That's a great channel that I fell in love with. I joined their membership as well. So you all please reach out with Black's Tropical Homestead, and thank you so much for helping Modern today as well, sis. We have Missouri Outlaw Randy here. Thank you for coming, Randy. Tell Miss Shannon I said hello. And we got Tennessee Tactical One. Thank you for coming. You're watching from work. And we have the Suburban, hold on. We have, clicking the wrong one. We have Tennessee, oh gosh, I'm sorry. We have Suburban Homesteader YZ to AZ, WY to AZ, I'm sorry. But those channels that just came in, please type Triple Threat so your link can be dropped. It'll be Triple Threat, all one word. So your link can be dropped, and anyone that watches the replay could see your link and connect with you. When I say everyone on that has been coming through my lives are wonderful channels, I try to view everyone as much as possible because I'm learning so much, and I'm pretty sure you will be able to learn a whole lot about being prepared and homesteading, firearm safety. It's just so much that you can learn. Thank you, Radio Jonesy. Missouri Outlaw Randy said they are having a giveaway Saturday. That's right. You mentioned it on your live. You had, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? His wife, they're at White Shoulders Homestead. I'm going to put their link in here. White Shoulders Homestead. This is the cutest homestead. They raise some goats. And I love some goats. So please go over and check out Shannon and Randy over at White Shoulders Homestead. Let's see if anybody else came in. But thank you all so much. I appreciate everybody. And if anybody that was a part of my 1K subscriber giveaway, I was supposed to have mailed out the packages a week ago, but they didn't get mailed out till today because me and my kids were still back and forth on vacation before they started school. So now they're in school, and I was able to get everything shipped out today. And it feels so good to get that stuff off my hands. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all, and see you all next Tuesday. And also stay safe and have a wonderful and blessed evening. Bye-bye.